Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of the Let's Play That Never Dies, Final Fantasy XI. And today, well, we've got new content to do in Final Fantasy XI. And I'm a little bit sad about it, because apparently it replaced the old version of the old content that I don't think I ever showed off or did during the course of the Let's Play proper, let's say. But basically, they shut down Limbus for about 4 months this year to rehaul it and make it into a new endgame activity. We're back at the 75 cap and forever onwards, once updated at the 99 cap before item level was introduced. Limbus was a collection of areas, instance zones, that you could do after you completed Chains of Promathia. And basically it was divided into Apollyon and Temenos. And it was the first system in the game that actually let you upgrade your artifact armor. It let you upgrade the original artifact armor to +1. It also had mega bosses in Proto Ultima and Proto Omega that dropped unique pieces that you traded into special NPCs for the Homam and I think Nashmera set or something like that. And what you used to do is you used to go talk to the Elven in Port Juno, Saghira or whatever her name is, and she'd sell you a Cosmo Cleanse temporary item for 10,000 gil, and then you'd come down to sea and you'd kill by way of the dimensional teleports at the cracks. By the way, that's where we are, if you couldn't recognize it. Dimensional portal that you can see the crag. We got by the warps here by the crystal line, basically. And you'd come in here and you'd find an UV, one of those flowers that don't normally spawn outside, but they do, and they did, and they still do. But now they've added in this glowing mark, and from the glowing mark you get a black card or a white card. The white card is for Temenos and is only accessible via the teleport Hala crag. They also added in, I guess, home point warps nearby, although those have been here for a while. I just don't recall ever using them or getting them on Calm Winds. And as you might be able to tell, it would seem that C has that glitch where sometimes your relic or Empyrean or Prime weapon aura gets bigger and brighter for no apparent reason. I think it has something to do with the aura loading in as a part of the background effect before your character does. And with no character size to go off of, it just makes the aura extra big or something. No one actually knows why, by the way, so my conjecture is as good as any's. I don't know how this episode will go. I'll probably try to keep it around an hour. But yeah, the Limbus, it used to be, this really cool level 75 event that was really good for everyone to do. It also used to drop a currency of items called Ancient Beast Coins. And I'm pretty sure I actually showed off getting some of those, although I think I just bought them from somebody's bazaar way back at the level 75 cap, when I was still restricting Calm Wind for the purposes of the Let's Play. And you could sell those to other players and make a bank, because you trade them in like 75 at a time for special items and accessories, like the Brutal Earring. Which, the Brutal Earring still makes its way into some of my gear sets. I still use it to this day, so that's how good of an item it was. Okay, so we did have this home point warp. Okay. And, like, the swirling vortexes are what takes you down to Apollyon, which is more or less the empty zone. It correlates to a Promethean zone for the Alteo Mother Crystal. It just doesn't get Faded Memories as a tract for some reason. And we're actually going to see people down here because it's brand new. It's how we're going to be getting Artifact Armor +4 and Relic Armor +4. Essentially, from what I've read, what they put out in the update was you get points from doing the new Apollyon, and then once you have, I think it's 30,000 points, you trade it in an item and the AF piece you want to upgrade, and you get to do it. Unrecognized entrant, please proceed to Apollyon Operator. That's weird. Who or what is the Apollyon? There's no map, so I can't look for the NPC that way. Don't want to leave, I just got here. Oh, wait. Okay, there it is. Oh, they made it a detector. Credentials not present. Authorizing new issuance. Registration in progress. Welcome to Apollyon. This place is designed for the generation of new life forms. Northwest, southwest, northeast, southeast areas contain monsters for recording data into your black card. Successfully recording data will permit you to open Apollyon coffers. You will be authorized to collect a special currency called Apollyon units. Systems are only capable of recording data for each registrant a total of 5 times. Oh my god, the one intern they got working on this just has typos again. 5 TMs per week. Ugh, the absolute state of 11. It is the zombie that struggles on no matter how many limbs it loses. Okay, I'm gonna go with 130. That's the maximum we can do. Your black card is now fully prepared. Glory to Zillert. You've been granted the otherwise unobtainable designation Apollyon Razor. Okay. That's cool. We got a new title. Just for that. What the hell is entrance number 2? Oh, okay, cool. So they have multiple entrances, just so if you don't want to be lost in the crowd, I guess? That's kind of silly. Oh. Also, I think this is the first time that the game has actually let us directly interface with a Zillart machine so directly. Like, obviously there was the doctor credentials or whatever, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, so let's see. I don't know if I want King of Hearts. Let's grab... I think we're only allowed to have 3 trusts in here. You get a slight restriction because reasons. They're trying to get people to team up to do it, not just do it with trusts. I guess we'll verify that real quickly here by trying to summon Coltada. Okay, yeah, nope, we've only got 3 trusts to work with, so that kind of sucks. Now, interestingly, from what I've read, they supposedly got rid of the level correction that used to be present because this is an old zone from level 75. However, they did not implement it correctly. So the monsters don't lose their level correction until you actually aggro them. I think it's also having to do with the simultaneous implementation of locusts in it. Type stuff. The you know, locust monsters at what do you call them? Exemplar points camps. They don't take AoE damage very well. And I don't know if that would have an impact on what we've got going on here. But, basically, some people were saying there was a glitch with silence, where people couldn't, when they silenced these monsters, the silence effect would wear off immediately because they were pulling with silence. And that has to do with what I mentioned about the level correction. Some beefy monsters. Like, they don't hit very hard yet, but this is the first floor, and I don't know how many floors we've got to climb. But there's also no time limit. Like, apparently you can just enter here and fight endlessly or something. Don't know how it works exactly. Yeah, it looks like we would definitely benefit from having some actual people in here with us. Because we've only got 3 trusts, so that means we're not even as strong as we'd normally be in any other content in the game that allows trusts. And then okay, I think Farsha's the way to go probably here. Oh, dogs, no. Stop. It's just a cat on the roof. Hush. I'm sorry, y'all. Got my dogs in the room with me, and there is literally... We had this, like, gray... I don't know if you'd really call it a tabby. Sort of slightly striped, but not really. But it's a cat, and it gets up on our roof all the time. And I think there might be a hole in our roof. My wife and I are renting for the foreseeable future. Because house prices are not exactly affordable. And, oh, please don't bark, dog. Just chill out. We can't do anything about it. It's on the roof, okay? Hush, puppy. Even worse still, though, my dog had a teeth cleaning where he had to get anesthetized yesterday, and he's no longer out of it. He's no longer groggy, little high doggy, but I don't know if he's still in pain or not. He seems a little tender. Ourselves a little bit of self-skill training fun. There's no way this is still a thing. Or maybe? Maybe we got it? Ah, yeah, sweet. We got the self 3-step. Looks like elemental weapon skills, though, are quite potent in here. At least in this portion of Apollyon. If we benefit any from Gale axing these things first to lower their vitality. That pasty kind of has me worried because they can be quite nasty. They don't all have the terror eyes, but I think their regular one is like a constant paralysis or something. We'll see. I didn't make it. Probably just better off spamming Calamity. I guess we could see how critical hit weapon skills do. Answer, not very good. Eh. Sometimes the game will... Oh no, it's a petrification gaze. I was right to worry about it. Or, it's gradual petrification? Okay, at least Monbiro can take care of it, I guess. Kind of weird seeing pasties down here, though. The original Limbus came out in a lifetime in the game before even Treasures of Apollyon. The NPCs related to Limbus actually had a bunch of Near Eastern names and let's see if Tomahawk increases our damage. Names and outfits, and would reference like the alchemists of the Near East. Are making sure we're pimps, stuff like that. They're my supplier, and all that jazz. Almost timed the AM3 correctly. I didn't even pay attention if that first Tomahawk actually increased our damage. The way it would increase our damage is by reducing their weapon resistance, basically. If they're like, our damage is way lower than it should be, even for a level 130 target. So something about these monsters is extraordinarily cracked. Also, from what I've read, it would be a better idea to do this with actual people, because apparently you'll get more data or units or something if you do it with actual people. But I don't know nothing. Not Grim Flower again. Get some swings in between. Maybe if I throw on my Meva set, I'll resist it more or something. No, not really. Okay, we'll just hope for the best. Okay, I gotta say, one thing that seems kind of nice about this is all these monsters are giving us a pretty decent amount of exemplar per kill. So this is like one-stop shopping for gear upgrades. Now, the data mines revealed that the gear upgrades to Artifact Armor +4 and Relic +4, it didn't really change much. The gotta wait for the AM3 to actually fall all the way off. The upgrades on the +4 so far are so small as to be not entirely inconsequential, but people are doom posting about it already. They're just like, oh my god, these are barely upgrades. And they're ignoring everything that is actually a sizable upgrade. Like, for instance, the Samurai Artifact Armor actually gives Samurai higher Meva than the Relic gives higher Meva than the Imperium +3, and there are Artifact Armor pieces that give higher Meva while giving comparable damage dealing stats to the feet and hand slot for stuff that Samurai normally uses. But what's hilarious about the player base is, like, if you go on like a warrior forum, they'll be like, oh yeah, you just need to wear full sack paddles all the time. You can't afford to have even an 1 ounce lower Meva. But then, like, you go to Samurai forum and it's just like, I don't give a shit about 40 Meva. I need that Zanchin occasionally attack twice effect, no matter what. And it's just like, bruh, you're not going to do any damage because you're just going to get fucking enfeebled. Like, there's a 40 Meva difference now. What are you talking about? You're just like, oh yeah, those artifact speed, they don't matter. Too much of a damage loss. Love me a good light skill chain. Little bit upset that I don't think we have a way to do. Let's see. if we do Smash Axe, Decimation, Mistral Axe. We have a 3-step light that's all physical. It's not amazing, but Axe just has to manage. I've probably harped on it before in the past, but you know, I haven't harped on anything in 11 in a while. And but Axe is one of those weapons that's in an odd place. And I say that because the jobs that use it, really, are Warrior and Beastmaster. They're the best axe jobs in the game. Dark Knight, Rune Fencer, and Ranger all have some level of axe skill. Like they get up to B- and they can learn Decimation from the Weapon Skill Notorious Monster questline. But the issue is you know, they don't have, like, if you're a Dark Knight, a Rune Fencer, or a Ranger, you don't have access to Rampage, Calamity, Spinning Axe, really a lot of the different axe weapon skills. Chiefly the best ones, the best physical ones. The best physical axe weapon skills are Calamity and Mistral Axe. But they also decided to, after a while, to just make one-handed axe be Beastmaster's signature weapon. This was true even back in the Relic era in 75, where the one-handed axe was Beastmaster only, the Gutler. Then during Mythics, Mythics have to be one weapon type, and they gave one-handed axe. The one-handed axe Mythic is Beastmaster only, and it gets a unique gravitation magical weapon skill. I guess also to note, Gutler's weapon skill Onslaught is, I think, Darkness. I think it's Darkness / Distortion, but it might be Darkness / Gravitation or Darkness Fragmentation or something. Not too sure, because I don't have Gutler. Then for Empyreans, they decided that it would be okay for a warrior who has always had as high an axe skill as Beastmaster in axe to actually be on an axe. So warrior got to be on the Farsha. Of course, because Cloud Splitter is magical damage and warrior does not excel at that, a lot of people just laughed about that and said, it's whatever. Nowadays, apparently Farsha warriors are a little bit sought after for Kalunga and Odyssey, but most people downplay Axe as a non-option because of how strong Savage Blade is. Meanwhile, Beastmaster was given an Aeonic one-handed axe that gives Ruinator the Darkness property, which makes Ruinator into a Darkness / Distortion option. But it's still awkward because, well, it's not awkward for Beastmaster because they have Primal Rend, which is the aforementioned mythic weapon skill for axes. So if the Aeonic axe, Beastmaster has a really easy option to do a self 3-step double darkness, and it'll culminate in making an Umbra. But Axe has no way to make double light, so it's been firmly sealed in as a weapon of darkness. but the only job that gets to make use of its darkness attributes is Beastmaster, right? Now, the Primax out now. Beastmaster is the only one on the Primax, which has a strong weapon skill called Blitz. So the Farsha is literally the strongest one-handed axe that Warrior can use, only slightly edging out the Ikinga's axe, if the Ikinga's axe is augmented to the maximum extent possible. Of course, you can always offhand the Ikinga's axe anyway, and improve your Farsha that way, if you wanted to dual wield. I've been actually trying out dual wield recently, and I think it's actually kind of an underrated and sort of forgotten build at this point because of Fencer and Smite kind of having taken over physical damage dealing by being such powerful traits. The thing is, though, is that if you dual wield, it's much easier to, it's an easy way to effectively double your white damage. Because if you think about it, you know, it's easy to get 100% double attack. And if you dual wield, then that means every time you attack, you will hit 4 times. Then, if you add in any triple attack gear or quadruple attack gear, there's a chance that you will attack 5, 6, or 8 times. It's pretty cool. Also, hey, we don't usually see Adamantoises clowning around in a lot of content. Ooh, he is basically immune to lightning. Might have to bust out my great axe and do some armor break, or full break up in here. But yeah, the back to axe, it's awkward because basically an entire half, like, of all of its weapon skills are Beastmaster only. And Beastmaster is actually a really good job. It's just a little bit underrated because a lot of its abilities come from its pets. So if you don't have the pets, you don't automatically have all of its stuff. And then part of its utility comes from, you can only summon out like, I think like 2 or 3 pets within a very short period of time. So if you need all, like, a bunch of pet effects to really shine, you know, you have to think about your pet order. It's a lot more involved than Warrior. And it just doesn't pack the same level of punch. Even accounting for the pet being able to deal damage too. And in this era, it doesn't have its strong solo capability that it used to have because they really wanted to rein it in. They wanted to make Beastmaster more of a party-oriented job. And so they made it so that you can't tell your pet what to do from 20 yalms away anymore. So you have to be in melee range with your pet all the time to tell it what to do. Man, stuff is spawning on top of us. It's not good. To top it all off, Beastmaster doesn't even need help or like unique skill chains given to it because it already has so many of them given to it. Because it's pets. Something that it's gotten is the ability to skill chain with its pets. And all of your different pets will have different skill chain properties that you also have to learn to make use of. And this gives Beastmaster a way to self-skill chain without even having to have captive delay reduction. Very nice for Beastmaster, but kind of like, it kind of makes the heavy-handedness with which they restrict Warrior from having the one-handed axes, you know, make even less sense. Hush puppies. Cat's going nuts. There must be squirrels up there too. All in all, though, this content's looking like Empyrean weapons, and anything that has higher white damage might be quite desirable because the weapon skill damage is so much lower. I also like the little bit of lore here. Makes me wonder what they'll add. And again, I'm a little bit sad that I didn't get to show. I didn't choose to show this off in its entirety. Mainly because I didn't think I could solo it at 75. Like I might have done like Apollyon Southeast back in the day because it was real easy. You had to have different damage types, but everything took inflated damage, so it actually would have been easy for us to do on Red Mage. But like I don't recall doing it. I don't recall recording anything for it. The areas looked exactly like this. They just had different monsters. Like we're actually in Apollyon Southeast right now, and instead of lizards, this particular floor used to have Aquans. Or one of these floors had Aquans. It went something like. I think it went like Vermin, Aquans, Undead, and then the last floor I think was Beasts. And I think the first floor was immune to piercing damage. The second floor was immune to... It was like immune to blunt and resistant to slashing, so you wanted to use piercing. The third floor was immune to slashing. And then the final floor was like piercing immune again or something, or magic immune. Something like that. And it was real easy and real fun and validated having more than just your A rank weapon cap. Which made some people hate it, because a lot of people didn't like skilling up back in the day. I loved it. It was like validation for me. Well, that's kind of what this event's actually feeling like already, because I don't think my savage numbers are going to get high enough for me to care. Of course, I could actually go use the Nageling. I didn't bring any sneaky stuff either. I haven't been using the Nageling since I picked out my Moogle Sword all that much, because the Moogle Sword is just stronger than it most of the time, even in a non-cap scenario. But sometimes I can't make use of it because of the constant fire effect. And then other times, the Nageling is actually just right there along with it because the Nageling is so potent. So we'll give Nageling a try here, see if it does what we want it to do. What's your Savage Blade like there? Oh, no. Nope, only 14,000. Oh, this is beautiful, actually. Only 6,000. I'll be fair to it, you know. We'll get Berserk back, but yeah. Oh, I'm loving seeing this. I'm loving seeing this. Anything that makes the Megaling look less impressive always makes me happy. Like, don't get me wrong, actually. I like the Megaling. The Wind Sword model that it has is one of the cooler sword models in the game. But they really overdid it when they made the thing. Okay, 17,500. That's looking a little bit better. Okay, almost 25,000 with Berserk up. Okay, so it's doing just fine. But I still wouldn't care about it too much. Okay, so we'll go to Southeast 2, I guess. Oh, we got dragons now. Ooh, they could be quite nasty if they have the right dragon moves. What are you dragons doing here in Lizard Land? Yeah, see though, we're not in an attack cap situation anyway, and the sword basically does almost the same as Megaling. But I think inside of here, I think the Farsha's white damage with the Empyrean Aftermath is where it's at. I do have some different foods to use. They're all quite expensive. Oh, dude, did he kill? He killed one of my trusts. He killed my red mage. Probably means Koromoru converted at the wrong time. That's okay though. That means I'll just get King of Hearts out after I kill this thing. So I'm not skill chaining anyway, really. Like, skill chains... I mean, I am a little bit. But they'll matter less with King of Hearts out. I'm glad there's no time pressure in here, though. Like, basically go at your own speed, your own clip. You can be careful, or you can be reckless. Whoa, we're ag-run raptors. Fortunately, you know, I think we can just go balls in and forget about defender. Although with King in the party, I definitely don't want to actually skill chain if I can help it. Or at least don't want to skill chain in a way that'll cause problems. Cause him to Thorega 4, you know. I don't like where I'm at. I'm gonna move. I might aggro some other stuff, but I want to move. I see a calamity like that being over 20,000, the high end of the Savage Blade being like 27, 30,000 or whatever, like the MPA M3 going, you know, causing all of our auto attacks to be a lot higher. I think Empyrean weapons might find vindication in this content. I could be completely wrong. I'm not a mathematician, and I frankly get really irritated when people will only talk about the math behind the game instead of the concept for like gearing or like doing anything. Right? Because like a lot of times what you'll find in this game is like there'll be a gear set or a weapon skill or a playstyle that has the most raw damage, and you know, mathematically. But then it won't take, the mathematics won't take into account any non-ideal scenario. So like, you'll find out that, oh, you know, such and such a thing is the best way to go. If you have ideal ups and ideal sexy times, and, you know, ideal teamwork. Only to find, you know, when you actually play, that almost nobody has that. You basically have to... Oh yeah, they basically don't take lightning damage after that. Yeah, but you basically have to be automated in order to get that kind of coordination. And /or, you know, your optimal damage dealing set is only optimal if you don't get debuffed at all or you don't take any damage. Alright. So like, there's all sorts of things that are considered ideal on paper that are not even close to actually ideal. It's kinda wild. Okay, this is like... There may be too much stuff in here. I should have brought some silent oils and stuff. I think this will actually go over an hour. I think it'd be cool to try to show off the entire, I guess, Southeast Apollyon in a video. That would be kind of cool, right? Like, even if it goes a little bit long and I don't say anything of value. You tuned out 40 minutes ago. I haven't looked at my analytics in eons, mainly because I haven't really been uploading. But I'm pretty sure my average viewer retention is something really low. It's like 4.5 minutes or something. Which doesn't surprise me in this modern era of really, really short attention spans. We've got 2 of them hitting us. Yeah, the way old Limbus used to go, old Apollyon, was you'd climb, I think it was depending on which region you were in, it was like 4 to 6 floors. Each one had different, like, caveats to them. Like, I already explained Southeast was weapon damage types. But, the other ones, yeah, did weird stuff. Like, it was like different monster families every floor. Different notorious monster, like, bosses. Like, for instance, there was a floor that was, like, giant rock birds, but every giant rock was flanked by 2 vultures. Then, like, there was one where the floor was nothing but dolls and magic pots. Then there was one where the top floor had Kaiser Behemoth, as well as Kron's Prince, or whatever, Crown Prince Behemoths. And you had to take out the Crown Prince Behemoths in order to be able to damage the Kaiser one, or make the Kaiser one spawn. I don't fully remember. I just know we killed them all because they all dropped Ancient Beast coins. And it was considered to be a money-making event. Yeah, let's kill one more of these dragons, huh? They'll probably dispel our food, but, you know, whatever. Let's give it a good old Gale Axe for old time's sake here. Yeah, Gale Axe inflicts, like, I think, Vitality minus 12. It could be quite huge in here with the, glad their Void Song doesn't take my re-raise. We got cursed. Things hit any harder, that would have been really, that could have killed us. Oh hey look, other players! Oh, other players are doing shit, it's great. See, I like this already from that. We can actually see other people while doing it, we're not just locked off. And that means if other parties can come in here, and be in here at the same time, that means that this is Alliance content. That means, yeah, that means, yeah, this is Alliance content. There's no way the player base can stay mad about that then, because we can just fucking finally get alliances doing stuff together. It'll probably make the exemplar points go to shit, but no one will care if you can just bring in 18 people and have 6 people do all the work. There's also something I read about, they put in the data or whatever, where let's get this guy back. I want to self-skill chain this guy. I don't think we made the window. No 3-step light for us, but at least we got the fusion.
regular old lizards. And yet more shadow dragons. And a full HP heal on pull? Or did we get that when we floored up? Or floored down, because I went in descending order. Yeah. Also, I guess I kind of slightly lied earlier. Maybe some of you cursed the screen. But Cloud Splitter is darkness. It has level 3 darkness property. So Warrior can do darkness with one-handed axe. They just can't multi-step darkness. They don't have any way to make gravitation with just axe. So they can't do like a 3-step darkness. No double darkness with axe. Unless somebody else has already built it. Now, if you have maximum buffs, you can probably make gravitation or use a gravitation weapon skill with another weapon, and then switch over to axe, and then do Ruinator, and then do Cloud Splitter, and you will have done double darkness. But it won't be have been with axe alone. The skill chain properties that weapons and weapon skills have per weapon. Some weapons are weighted quite a bit more heavily in favor, like in a sort of gambit of favoritism. Like for instance, Great Katana has just about every skill chain property imaginable. It has all 4 level 2 properties. Okay, I don't like fighting these dragons. Like I'm glad their Void Song doesn't do damage to us, so that's good. But yeah, they suck. Like if I had cheap food, I wouldn't care as much. But all my food right now that I have on me is expensive. Pain. I got Fs and lizards. We need to kill some Fs. Oh shit! Hello, Lynx. Oh, we might die. That's not cool. Can I please? Okay. So. Okay, we might be okay. Of course, I could switch over to Greatsword and see if I can sleep these guys. You know what? Our this is why it pays to have all your weapons. It didn't do any damage to him, really, but like it slept him, and that's what we cared about. And now we'll just be careful. We won't make any light skill chains, even though we can, because we don't want King to wake him up. And also, we're not going to make fusion either, even though also we could. Because again, we don't want King to wake him up. I could probably turn off Defender now, but I know I can sleep him. Okay, I might get a little bit more ballsy now. Oh, maybe not. This place is dangerous. I mean, not as dangerous as I was expecting, honestly. I thought that the stuff in here was going to hit me like a brick shithouse, but nah, it's actually quite controllable. Joke's on you, I've got my Bureau. Dangly pods. I could probably go back to Axe now. Curious though, what kind of options do I have? I always look through, I'm always just like hoping for some reason that my semi-autistic memorization of all the weapon skills overlooked something, and I'm just like, oh, maybe I can actually like do interesting skill chains with any greatsword, and it's like, nope. Nope, not really. Oh hey, King didn't even wake him up because of the AoE limiter making his Farega 4 do 0 to the enemy here. That's fantastic. Ugh, they really need to crank up the power on resolution. They need to do something for Greatsword. Like, this is ridiculous. Even more ridiculous is, like, I've got Hasso on. Like, do the multi-steps, damn it. Woo! Spring break. Eh, we can have a little bit of fun with Scythe. I've got I made the ambuscade Scythe, and I don't think it's anything to write home about as far as like being really good or anything. It's pretty strong. It's stronger than I expected, but it is not exactly cat's meow. Well, that entropy was pretty solid damage. I mean, it's really high TP, but... Oh, hey! Look, it's doing better. Maybe I undersold it. Maybe I did undersell it. Oof. Yeah, we need to get some Fs killed. I haven't fought any Fs yet. Alright, link you bastards. Okay, yeah, we had Warcry up, so it'll probably be less impressive without Warcry going. But like it won't be that less impressive, right? Right? Surely it'll still be really strong. Of course, you might see this and think, guy was complaining about Beastmaster having too many skill chain options because of all its pets, and the Warrior has like every skill chain option known to man because it can wield 10 weapons with frightening efficiency. And technically 12 weapons if we count archery and marksmanship. But in order to wield those well, it has to either have the Uller bow or one of those Sutu crossbows or ranger stuff going. None of which are optimal. Just saying, Warrior can actually do ranging. It has entire builds for it. They're nothing, you know, they're not. I don't think there's ever going to be a situation where it's like, oh yeah, I need ranged Warrior with its D in the ranged category over, you know, Corsair or Ranger. Just saying, it does exist. It is an option. Alright. Let's give Chango a try and see what the weapon we're supposed to use, quote unquote, will do for us. The old full break. No, it's not ideal for defense down, but it is more defense down than any of the other weapons we use can do. Not to mention the attack, accuracy, and evasion down. And how did I not make the window there? I can only conclude that Joachim is screwing me. Alright, so we have all of the southeast Apollyon data. So what happens if we go back up to 4 and see if we can open that box? Or do we have to reacquire the data? I don't want to fight anything right now, I just want to... Did we fight a red raptor before? I know we have in the past, outside of Apollyon. I just don't remember if we fought one up here or not. Nope, we got pasty aggro. Sure, pasty, I'll take you on. Why not? Maybe I can show you my staggering Galactic Spirit. So wait, we're filling the bar again? Like, I'm confused about how this works. I do know though that if it's gonna give me this much exemplar points, well, I try to figure out how to do it. You know, I don't know. Okay, so the coffer still won't open, even though we have all 4 things for Southeast. So maybe if we filled the bar again, we'll get like a key or something. I think either way though, after we fill the bar again, even if the box won't open, I think that'll be it for this video. Been an adequate demonstration. Look here, Timu Siryu, you can't beat me. I'm far too jacked and tanned. Man, we're getting all sorts of links over here. I don't want to have to fight endlessly here. This is getting ridiculous. Strong weapon skill. Ah well. I hate whiffing the main hit. Ugh. It almost feels worse than just outright missing, because it makes you look weak. Like instead of just missing and actually, you know, like, oh, I missed. It's fucking, oh, I hit and I did all of fuck all for damage. It's not quite as painful when you're in a group with like people magic bursting for you or whatever, because as long as you maintain the skill chains and they magic burst them, then hey, you're Gucci. But now this is only a stage 3 prime weapon. I've been in the sortie mines every day, so we don't have Thimble Vetter outside yet. I just want to see if the 25 strength and vitality might have an impact on, say, the overall power of resolution and ground strike in a way that the Ragnarok cannot replicate. Come on, do the weapons. Stupid eyeballs. Stupid. I am liking the reso numbers. They're a lot higher. Unfortunately, we don't have access to Scourge. Without Thimble Vetter, we don't have any actual good skill chain capability. But I do like this black and purple blade with the red eye instead of green eye. I mean, honestly, the Ragnarok still holds a special place in my heart for being my first relic goal from back in the day. But, you know, I think the prime weapons being the, like, dark version of the prototypes or whatever is pretty cool. The relic weapons are the prime weapons prototypes or something like that. Also, what do you think of my Galka? I know he looks a little bit funky, but some of the animations are cool, and the extra HP has actually saved me more than a handful of times already. Sadly, though, the guy I changed the Galka to make smile, all I've done since I've changed the Galka is make him frown. By playing poorly. Not been on my A game the last couple of weeks. Plus, right after I switched, apparently real life got in the way. He couldn't play as often. But I know I made him smile at least once. There's that. Yeah, let's go Shining One to go. Shining One is a really strong weapon, just because it makes weapon skills that aren't supposed to be able to crit. They crit like 15% of the time or whatever. So, really nice in that regard. Plus, it has synergy with Stardiver, so it's pretty ballin'. Oh wait, I just saw in the log. Okay. Acquired 153 Apollyon units, total Apollyon units 1,377 out of 30,000. I guess we can only earn 30,000 per zone per week, and a total of 50,000 per week or something. So that's cool. So like for an hour of my time, or an hour and a half of my time, we've got... I wonder what causes the coffer to open then. I don't know. I don't know. And then let's see what happens when we leave. And I don't think anything special is gonna happen because it's like it's not instanced, right? Like we could see other people in there. It's actually just zones. So you are not authorized to use Apollyon units. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Special Limbus buffs known as Grace are also available to those who have deposited a sufficient amount of currency. The more data, the stronger the Grace. Okay. All in all, I think it's going to be interesting. Another interesting grind for Final Fantasy XI. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed learning what little bit of information I showed off, and enjoyed my rambling. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay safe, and have a great day.